do this. Alright, hurry up then.
Things are not going to be the same now. I mean, look at this. Got aliens.
Alright, guys, what is good? Here we go, Ali here, and welcome to my spoiler-free Spider-Man Homecoming movie review. It's going to be spoiler-free again, so whoever hasn't seen it, I don't know what you're doing, but whoever hasn't seen it could watch this, and I'm going to try not to edit too much, so I got everything down on this notebook that I wanted to talk about, that I loved most about this movie. So without further ado, here we go. First off, my biased and unbiased opinions of all the Spider-Mans in terms of being unbiased and in terms of Peter Parker, like the character Peter Parker, and in terms of the Spider-Man character and the Spider-Man movie as a whole. This movie was the best one out of all of them, and for me, between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man, but that doesn't mean that he is my favorite, because there's a difference between my favorite Spider-Man and Spider-Man movie, and then the movie that I know is actually the best Spider-Man movie and Peter Parker Spider-Man character. And this one, Tom Holland is obviously, he is by far the best Peter Parker in terms of just the character in general and stuff. But in my biased opinion, my favorite Spider-Man, my favorite Peter Parker has got to be Tobey Maguire, because way back when that first movie came out with Tobey Maguire, I was really infatuated with Spider-Man as a character in the comics and stuff. I constantly just read so many Spider-Man comics and everything. I have one that's when he clashes kind of with the Fantastic Four and everything, and I have the Invasion of the Spider Slayers comics, which I want them to make movies of those, because those are my favorite Spider-Man comics of all time. And at that time, I was so big on Spider-Man and everything, and then when that movie came out, I just fell in love with the movie and everything. And that's really why, in my opinion, for the Spider-Man that I love, Tobey Maguire takes it, but an overall character like Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and movie in general, Tom Holland completely wiped the floor, in my opinion, with all of them. With Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, I think he definitely takes the cake in that. And what I also loved about this movie is that Peter Parker, it's like you see Peter Parker, but in these modern times as a millennial or whatever, has his phone out and he's vlogging. He's a modern day Peter, a modern day teenager millennial, and it's just the funniest thing, because in the beginning of the movie he's vlogging everything, which looks so funny. I was smiling throughout the whole thing because it looks so comedic and everything, because it reminds me a lot of what's going on in these times and stuff, and it was just funny, period. And another thing I want to talk about, Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I tell you, the Vulture in the comics is probably one of my favorite villains out of the entire Spider-Man universe or whatever. He's in my top 3 probably. Right next to probably Carnage, and maybe Venom and Scorpion. I really like Scorpio. So those 3 and Vulture are right mixed in. And Michael Keaton does such a good job as a villain and everything. He does such a great job as the Vulture. And the Vulture's design looks so freaking epic and everything. Excuse me. I just love it how they did that. And also, just Tom Holland just being an amazing Peter Parker in all aspects. He's a nervous kid, an anxious kid. His nervousness as Peter Parker is just on point. His anxiousness as Peter Parker is amazing. He's so jittery, and humorous at the same time. And it's just like, it's so cool just to see like Peter Parker again. Like Tom Holland is 21, but he's playing 15, and you don't even realize that. Like for me, I didn't even realize that. He said he was 15. I'm like, him being all these things and his emotionalness like towards like what happens with him in the show. Like his acting is like amazing. You see him like tearing up, and I'm tearing up with him and everything. And it's just like, overall, the movie was just like amazing. Oh yeah, and I forgot something that I actually didn't like in this movie was that the main heroine girl, there was something about her, not Zendaya. There was another girl, but I don't know. She gave off like, I didn't like her vibe or her character like literally at all. Like her character was like super forgetful for me. And she just didn't have that girl next door kind of feel like that I usually get in these Spider-Man movies. I didn't get that like literally at all. So I think she was kind of irrelevant when it came to the movie, really. I'm gonna repeat these things again. His nervousness as Peter Parker, his anxiousness as Peter Parker, his jitteriness as like Peter Parker, but also humorous and really quick-witted at the same time with like jokes and things like that, were just so solid. Tom Holland, you did a great job. You did a solid job, and I'm so. And this movie makes me even like more excited for Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok, and stuff like that. Because I'm watching this and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing when Spider-Man joins the Avengers in Infinity War and he has like his suit and everything. Oh my gosh, and his suit was like really funny. There's like this voice named Karen, or this machine or whatever it's called. He names it Karen, and it talks to him like in his suit and stuff. And it's just a ball. It's just a fun movie to watch. Overall, really fun. You gotta go watch it. So that is it for this one. Those are my opinions of what I thought about this movie and all the other Spider-Mans before him, and it was just overall great. So anyways, guys, that is it for this one. Like the video if you did. Like the video if you liked the movie. Comment down below on your thoughts of the movie, your thoughts of what I said about the movie and everything. And I just want to hear like all your opinions and stuff. And subscribe to my channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody, gotta stay a little nasty. Alright, so peace and love. And I will see you all later with the next video. Peace out.